Hi, welcome. My name's Sherman Baldwin. I'm the CEO of LCR Capital Partners, and I'm very happy to be here today with Dan Coetzee, the founder and CEO of Royal Palm Companies. Dan is a real visionary and has, between what he has done over the last 40 years in South Florida or all over the state of Florida in terms of development that's completed and development under construction, it's close to $5 billion over a 40-year career. He founded Royal Palm Company decades ago, and it's been a great story, and LCR is very fortunate to be a part of it. So we're doing the EB5 raise for the Legacy project. We're very excited about it. And I want to turn it over to Dan, who's going to, there's no one better to describe his vision for the project and how it's coming along. It's already going vertical in Miami World Center. And we're thrilled about the project, thrilled about the location, and very excited to be partnered with RPC and with Dan. So Dan, why don't you take it away? And I know everybody who's going to view this is excited to hear about the project.
Thank you, Sherman. And just to add on, so Legacy, which is the project I'm going to be presenting, you should be seeing it on your screen. This is a tower we're building in downtown Miami. It's the third tower, actually, we've built in the city of Miami. However, as Sherman has mentioned, we've built towers all through the state of Florida and for all major cities, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, Orlando. So we have an extensive experience. We built the Paramount Miami World Center, which you're going to see in here as well, which also had an EB5 component to it. So we also have a history of working with EB5. So the Legacy, which is in Miami World Center, and I'm going to cover, what is Miami World Center and talk about the area and everything else. But first, let me talk about Legacy. So Legacy, and there's four major components to Legacy. And really what we did is when we built Legacy, it's a major mixed-use project. This is over $600 million project. And what we did is we looked at really what are the major components in growth, both in hospitality, in ownership, and we also saw trends in well-being, wellness, longevity, and so forth. And so what we did is we took all of these trends and put them into one project here in one mixed-use project. And so we have a luxury component to this, and we've seen luxury hospitality grow at a significant pace. Lifestyle hospitality, these are your, the Edition hotels, the W hotels. These lifestyle hotels have all been growing at a major pace. They grow about 4 times faster than any of the hotels. So we brought a lifestyle component, and we brought in one of the major lifestyle groups in the world that are going to be managing our lifestyle component, which is Ennismore, which is owned by Accor, that bought SPE. So a little bit confusing in that SPE, which managed the Delano and the major lifestyle, the SLS hotel here in Miami. They have 10 lifestyle hotels in Miami. They were bought by Accor Hotels, which is about the 5th largest hotel group in the world. And they brought in, they're going to be managing and running the lifestyle component of the project. Well-being, we have a major well-being center. We have over 200,000 square feet of commercial in the project. 75% of the commercial space is leased. These are all to longevity companies, to health and wellness companies, and so forth. And so we're going to talk a little bit about the leases. And then flexible ownership. We had a micro condo product. This was very desirable in where people want to buy a second home. We created this micro condo concept. We are 100% sold out. We do have a few penthouses that we've recently released to market. But besides a few penthouses, all the units are 100% sold out. And these are, like I said, micro condos. I'm going to show you a little bit more about those so you can understand what a micro condo is and why we've been very successful in selling them. And so this is the tower. We are about on the 11th floor, so the project is under construction. You could go to our website. There's a live cam on our website, which is LegacyMWC, which stands for MiamiWorldCenter.com, LegacyMWC.com, and you could click for the live camera and see the building going vertical. The building has 310 residences, 219 hotel rooms, and it is right in the center of downtown Miami, in the middle of Miami World Center. which you could see by this map. It's very central to the city of Miami. You have Miami Beach, which is minutes away. You have the International Airport, which is about 10 minutes away. All your major neighborhoods, Design District, Midtown, Woodwood, of course, downtown, Brickell. These are all major neighborhoods that surround Miami World Center. So you're really in the center of Miami. And so this is a one view of Miami World Center. You see the arena. You can see here where this is where the Legacy Tower is. This is a better view, actually. So this is the Paramount Tower, which I was mentioning earlier, that we built, which we built also the super block of Miami World Center. So let me take one step backwards and talk about Miami World Center. This is a 27-acre master plan project. That's a project that I was involved in the master planning of. There was other partners that created Miami World Center, and then I developed Paramount and the super block of Miami World Center, and then Legacy really is a second phase. There is other developers within Miami World Center. This is 11 city blocks. We have 5 blocks of pedestrian retail. There is major retailers. I'm going to go through some of those in a second. Talk about the retailers that are coming into Miami World Center or are already in Miami World Center. And again, you can see the beach, and like I mentioned, the arena is 2 blocks away. You can see the Performing Arts Center is a couple of blocks away. They're actually redoing the highway here. They're building a signature bridge. I'm going to show you images of that. You have the train station, which is 2 blocks away, and this is the train station that connects you to every major city in Miami. So the Bright Line train now connects to Orlando, West Palm Beach, even some other suburban cities like Aventura and Boca Raton, and recently has connected to Orlando. So all major tourism coming into Miami will land literally 2 blocks away from the Legacy. So again, this is very central in Miami World Center. And Miami World Center also, we spent about over $75 million in redeveloping Miami World Center. So it's higher above ground, above sea level, so there's no flooding. We have 16-foot sidewalks, open plazas. It is the most updated neighborhood in all of Miami. You can see all the transportation, all the major transportation, trains, metro movers, and of course, all the highways are within, within a few blocks of the Legacy, which is, like I said, very central to Miami. So these are all the different, and also the Port of Miami. So you're a few blocks from the entrance of the Port of Miami. This is the largest port in the world, the largest tourism port in the world. So being part of, close to Miami, to just the port itself. You can imagine all the people traveling just to go on cruises that come through Miami. So again, 300,000 square feet of retail, 40 shopping, entertainment places. They're going to have eventually 2,100 residential units, 2,300 hotel keys. And so we have, there's restaurants that are already open. These are some big name brand restaurants. Maple and Ash is a major restaurant out of Chicago. Edit Restaurant, Morel Brasserie. There's a Bolero. This is again entertainment, retail, Lucid Mortis, Sephora. A lot of these are either open or under construction. What's not shown here is also we're going to have the largest Apple store in the middle of a plaza. It's going to be the largest Apple store in the world. We'll be right in the middle of Miami World Center, which is 1 block. The Apple store is 1 block away from the Legacy. Actually, it's going to go, you can see, can't quite see it, but right back in here was the Apple store. As I mentioned, this bridge, this highway is going away. There's a new highway that's currently under construction. This will become a 30-acre park connected to the park. So you're going to have over 60 acres of park, which is, again, this is 1.5 blocks away from Legacy. And this is the reason why these wellness groups wanted to come into the Legacy, because they felt not only in this incredible urban environment, you also have 60 acres of park. They could do programming for, outdoor programming for, multitude of different health and wellness reasons, whether it's jogging, running, stretching, yoga, and so forth. So they see the park as a large advantage. As I mentioned, these are all the major attractions. You also have the museums, which are about 2 blocks away, and part of Museum Park. So again, all the major amenities of Miami are within walking distance of the Legacy. This is the signature bridge that I was talking about. It is under construction. You can actually see these large concrete columns going up. It is happening. These are some images of the park. Once the bridge is completed, they're going to have this new park. And again, walkability and so forth. So trains, walkability, and so forth. And that's another rendering of the legacy. And so this is an important page here. So this really describes the mixed use nature of legacy. You can see on top we have this atrium, a rooftop atrium, which is going to be programmed to be a lounge and food and beverage and lounge. We have the condo component, as I mentioned, with the micro condos. We have the 219 hotel keys. We have an office component, and then we have the medical office building, which is on the ground floor. We have, and then through the podium, we have conference centers, business centers, and again, a lot of food and beverage. On the 9th floor, we have 2 pool experiences. We have another pool experience on the roof. So there's 3 pool experiences, a lot of outdoor experiences. It's almost a vertical resort with all the different pool experiences and outdoor experiences that you could get within the project. It's over 1 acre of pool deck just on the podium. And you can see the design. It's a very high-end luxury design. We worked really tight with our design team to create something that was different. It was very high-end. Really fits within the Miami profile of the guests that come to Miami that are looking for this type of experience. You can see the lobby as you go through the reception area. So all of that. So I'm going to go into 4 reasons to own here, 4 reasons to stay. This was part of the presentation we made to buyers at the time, and we have the Health and Wellness Blue Zone Center, the rooftop atrium, the International Business Lounge, and of course the Microlux residences. And so the Blue Zones, if you're familiar with it, it's where people live to over 100 years old. We are programming the entire wellness and longevity center around the Blue Zone concept of people living longer, healthier, happier lives. There is a very popular documentary rather on Netflix on Blue Zones and how people live to over 100. And again, taking all of those components, blending it in with technology and a very technologically advanced medical center. The groups that we have, so we have leases with some really strong longevity companies, Healthy Longevity, Longevity Fund Group, Adventist Health. And these groups are all kind of on the cutting edge of longevity. So the leases that we've signed here are with major groups on the cutting edge with technology, diagnostics, and so forth for longevity. We also have a full medical and surgical center. So we're going to have folks that want to do medical tourism. They could come here. They could do anywhere from outpatient surgeries, cosmetic surgeries. So a lot of different components to the wellness center. And again, it's all about one person diagnostics, well-being, performance, and beautification. And these are all the different components, and we're going to share this deck with you so you could look at all the different offerings within the wellness center. This is again, these are the type technology they're going to use to look at people's anywhere from again all different types of diagnostics, MRIs, and so forth, CAT scans, and just really look at people from inside out, and then they would meet with a coach, and they would eventually have the ability to improve their life and so forth. So this is a major attraction to the project. This is again a really unique, one of a kind space with a cantilevered pool. This is a beautiful indoor space that we're going to turn, as I said, into a lounge and food and beverage. You can see the pool. So during the day, it'll have pool and daytime activities. This is the view of the city with the ocean behind it. So it's got an incredible view. At night, you can see it's got 5 stories of glass. So this is a very unique space. It's a rooftop space that's enclosed with glass. And again, in Miami, because of the weather, we'll have, it's obviously will be climate controlled. And so there's nothing like this in Miami where you have this incredible rooftop experience, like I said, with lounge, food and beverage, and so forth. These are some other images of it looking the other way. Of course, bars, lounge, seating areas. So this is a very unique space, expected to be a major attraction for the legacy. Of course, you could sell, we could have events here, weddings, and so forth, right out on the atrium space. And then an international business lounge. So while Miami is well known for what we call the leisure traveler, that's a business leisure traveler. So they will come to Miami for business, and so they want the activities for business. However, they are also going to stay the weekend and enjoy Miami and all the entertainment activities of Miami. So we did want to cater to the business groups that come in, and this is a business lounge where they would have the ability to have meetings and so forth in Miami. So another reason to choose Legacy, either as a place to own or a place to visit. Different renderings of the business lounge. And then these are the Microlux residences. We're doing a lot of experience within the room, whether it's the aroma or clean drinking water or the air purification and so forth. So there is, help people sleeping all the way from the beds and so forth. So it has a lot of health and wellness components throughout the rooms. You can see this is a studio. This was a for sale product. This was a small studio that we sold with a full kitchen, closet, desk, seating areas, private bathroom, shower. You can see this had the built-in kitchen, has a full-size refrigerator, 4-top cooktop, which makes it, by adding those components to it, makes it a full residence. So this is able to be sold as a residence, which means you can get a mortgage on it. And so that was made it very desirable. So you can see the renderings. These are some of the details, washer and dryers, and of course closets and so forth. You can see the kitchens. I said full-size refrigerator, dishwashers. So these are very compact. This was our one-bedroom model, which was under 500 square feet. This was what we have the most of. We sold these out very quickly. This has a dining area. Again, it's a one-bedroom, desk, nice sized bathroom. So everything's very luxurious, well appointed, but still what we call a micro residence because of the size of it. However, as you can see from this image, it feels very wide open and airy. And then these are just different renderings of it. And so you can see the finishes and the quality of the room of what we're offering. And we had some of these 2-story product, which is a very unique loft product. You can see that. These are the floor plans. And so again, this is the bedroom. So forth. And so a lot of food and beverage within the project. And so these are all, so by having SPE, which again, as I mentioned, the lifestyle component to it, that's a major, having food and beverage, whether it's healthy varieties, but there's also traditional restaurants within the project. There's a ground floor restaurant, there's a 9th floor restaurant. That's your 3-meal breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And of course, the rooftop. And then throughout the wellness center, you're going to have a lot of other cafes and wellness. You have also a ground floor cafe. So this is the ground floor cafe. This is more of a quick stop. Folks can come in, grab a coffee, so forth. This is right off the main lobby. This is up at the 9th floor. Again, people can come here, bottle of wine. Around the corner here is where they would have breakfast, outdoor seating, for daytime and evening seating. On the 9th floor, this is next to the pool decks. We have a whole conference center, which is great because having the ballrooms means we can host events, and the events obviously drive a lot of traffic to the project. Also, because of the wellness component, a lot of the wellness groups want to have a lot of medical and wellness type events at the hotel. So that'll drive a lot of traffic to the hotel. We have these are what we call our resort pool. This is a pool with private cabanas. These are cabanas that are for rent within the resort pool. And this seats a lot of people want to come in for the Miami experience. So they do get a somewhat resort experience, even though you're in the middle of the city. So that's a very unique experience. Of course, again, another food and beverage outlet with barbecues, bars, and so forth at the pool. This is another cafe at the pool. So, a lot of different experiences here, and that's really what we wanted to accomplish is, again, that resort feel in the middle of the city. This is your resort store and so forth. So again, have just about everything you would find in a resort, but this is vertical. This is a big tranquility pool. This is our third pool experience. This is more for quiet. It's for adults only. And so this is something where people want to get away and want quieter experiences than the resort pool. Some seating areas. And we have this whole open deck here for whether it's events, bars, entertainment. So again, a lot of different experiences that folks could get within the project, within the building. You can see some of those details as well along the deck. And that about wraps it up. We do have some additional renderings, as I mentioned. So we talk about the medical and wellness center. That's as its own separate deck that we can also share if people want to learn more about the wellness center. It has its own presentation. We'll just give a brief overview of the wellness center in this deck. But anyone that wanted to learn more, we'd be happy to share more on the wellness center and more detailed components of the wellness center. There's a lot of interest in longevity. It's one of the highest growth business right now in the world. And so there's a lot of people right now interested in longevity and long life, and it's all ages. You would think it's for older people. As a matter of fact, the demographics are actually traditionally leaning to younger folks that want to be in programs that give them the ability to live longer, happier, healthier lives. And so that's really what we're seeing. I don't know if there's any questions. I'm sure your group would have a lot of questions, Sherman, and I was always happy to answer questions. But I just wanted to give a quick overview so they had something they can sink their teeth into the project. I don't know if I missed anything because I know we talked. I don't know if I think we talked about the sales, we talked about the leases. I think they're important from a business standpoint. Folks understand that we are.
Maybe just talk a little bit about the commercial leases, Dan, because I think that's significant. Both the fact that the residences have all sold out and how well you're doing on the leases. I think maybe talking about that for a couple minutes would be good. And I can add a couple EB5 specific points at the end here.
Okay, great. Yeah, and again, so we've been leasing very well. We have a lot of different groups. As I mentioned, so Adventist House was the first group. They were actually, the Adventists were a blue zone in California. And what a blue zone is, again, and it's worth whoever's watching this to definitely look up blue zones. These are areas around the world where people lived over 100. And it's based on their lifestyle. And basically what Blue Zones has done is they transition that lifestyle where people, even that live in because some of these people that are living in let's just say more rural areas, but people living in cities and so forth like us that are want to live a healthier lifestyle. And a Blue Zone lifestyle, it's not just diet, it's everything from community and social and friendships and everything. And so it really goes through a full array of teaching people of living a better lifestyle. And so that was really the crux of Legacy was when you came here, it wasn't just a hotel experience. It was a really full rounded experience. And we expect when people come here to get to know themselves. And by bringing in Adventists and the Blue Zone, it attracted a lot of groups, a diagnostic group called Ignona Diagnostics, Healthy Longevity. They're another longevity group, a longevity tech fund. Longevity Tech Fund is a VC fund that has funded some of the most advanced longevity companies in the world. They fund, literally, they strictly just fund longevity companies, and they're going to be bringing some of the top longevity companies within our commercial space. They've already taken a full floor for their own health and wellness, and then they're going to be bringing other companies throughout the tower. They want to do different types of, they want to build areas where they could do research and development of different longevity techniques. So this, in essence, wants to be positioned, or they wanted positioned as the largest longevity center in the world, and that's what they're expecting. There's really nothing like this in the world that has this amount of longevity, health, medical, and wellness in one place. So the leases have gone very well. As I said, we were 75% leased, and we have a long list of groups that want to come into the building. And we expect to be 100% leased, probably within the next 12 months or so.
Great. Thanks very much, Dan. It's a great overview. It's truly a signature project, which is what LCR likes to focus on. And what attracted us to the project, was the combination of Dan's long track record of success and the visionary nature of the design. The Micro-Lux design hit the market at a great time, as the COVID was upon us, and I think everybody was attracted to the small luxury appointments of the property, and the fact that those have all sold out, with the exception of a couple penthouses that Dan and the team withheld, is a testament to Dan hitting the market exactly right. Of important note from a EB5 perspective, this is in a TEA. And the job creation as of September 30th is already over 2,000 jobs, which means that all the job creation has been done for the investors coming in, the EB5 investors coming into this project. They're now pouring the 11th floor, which is great. So the project is well vertical, and it's very exciting. You can see that, as Dan mentioned, on a live cam at the site. And so, we'll be meeting with you in the market after you watch this, and feel free to reach out to the LCR commercial team person in your region. I'm always happy to talk to any of our prospective investors, and I'm sure that Dan would be too, if you have further questions for him. So thanks for your time.